Are we live? We are live. Let me see here. And make sure, just going to wait for a few people to obviously join and get in here. But we are live, folks. What is going on, y'all? FST in the building. Oh, man, talking some NBA free agency, folks. And as I'm talking and I'm going live, my phone is blowing up. DeMarcus Cousins has just signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Are you kidding me? It's a one-year deal. So Boogie is headed to LA. And I got to update my board, folks, because there's a lot to talk about. So let's get right into it. Obviously, I'm going to talk about PG and Kawhi going to the Clippers. Don't worry about that. But let me just talk and start with this. I'm going to be posting a video later today or possibly tonight about the Lakers signings. So they signed Danny Green now, and they signed Quinn Cook. They signed, re-signed Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, JaVale McGee, and just signed DeMarcus Cousins. So this is what their roster now looks like so far. I know there's a little bit of a glare. I hope you can see it. So you got Quinn Cook, Danny Green, LeBron, Kuz, AD, THT, the rookie, KCP, McGee, and Boogie. So that's what, five? That's 9 players right now. Still need, obviously, to fill out 3 to 6 more roster spots. But Lakers roster is shaping out nicer than I thought they've got now. I actually forgot the Jared Dudley, so that's actually 10. So they've got 10 players now. So their roster is shaping out decently. And I forgot another player, Troy Daniels. That's 11, actually. Their roster is shaping out decently nice. They've got shooters now, so I like what they're doing. But okay, let's talk about PG and Kawhi, okay? Let's talk about this. And you guys can ask me any questions in the comments as well. I'm going to be live for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes-ish. Kawhi Leonard, okay? And I said this in the video, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do so. Kawhi Leonard having Paul George request a trade from the OKC Thunder, to me, is crazy. I had no idea that would happen, okay? Like, literally, Paul George requesting a trade from the OKC Thunder. This just proves nobody likes to play with Russell Westbrook, and nobody wants to be with him long term. Yo, Yakubi was good, man. I miss you too, baby. I see you in the comments. But yeah, I just want to point out that nobody wants to play with Russell Westbrook. So there's talks now. Adrian Wojnarowski is tweeting that they're going to look to trade him maybe this summer before the season starts. So I've been saying this for years, and I'm telling you, the market for Russell Westbrook's not going to be hot because, to me, unless he changes his style of play, Russell Westbrook will never win a championship. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook's not good. I'm not saying he's not a star, superstar, whatever you want to call it, but his style of play is detrimental to winning, okay? He needs to change his style of play to be able to win a championship and to keep players around him, folks. Fool me once, fool me twice. Now it's 3 times, man. James Harden, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Paul George. I mean, it's a pattern at this point. So to me, absolutely, I believe that Russell Westbrook should be on the move this summer, because if I'm OKC, there's no point in keeping him. You got a boatload of draft picks, about 5 first-round picks, which is still nuts to me. You got, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is a nice young prospect, and you can start the rebuild because, honestly, to me right now, the whole, pair Russ with another star thing is not working, and it hasn't worked, okay? You tried that with Paul George. It didn't work out. 2 straight first-round exits. It's time to move forward and move on from Russell Westbrook. But again, I don't think the market for him is going to be that hot. And please, Bulls fans, please do not ask me if the Bulls should go after Russell Westbrook, because the answer will be a hard no, a very hard no, okay? I don't want Russell Westbrook anywhere close to the Bulls roster, okay? He is right now allergic to winning with his playing style. So that's first and foremost. Number 2, Paul George and how stack up against the other team in LA, the Lakers. People have been asking me on Twitter. You guys should follow me, by the way. My Twitter and my Instagram links for in every video. But they've been asking me which duo is better. Okay, which duo is better? And to me, right now, it's close. It's not like it's a runaway, but I'll still take LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Okay, and to me, the reason why is because those two are for sure top two of the five best players in the NBA, versus Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Kawhi Leonard's absolutely a top five player. He's a top three, and you made the argument he's the best or the second best. But uh, Paul George is not a top five player to me, okay? But the reason it's close is because Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are two of the best two-way players in the NBA. So you've got the best two-way player in Kawhi Leonard and possibly the second best two-way player in Paul George. So to me, that makes them formidable. And as far as teams, and I'm going to make a video on this breaking it down. So I'm just giving you guys my surface level thoughts. Right now, with the way the rosters are shaping out, the Clippers teams, it looks to be a little bit deeper and has better balance than the Lakers roster. Okay. So even though one duo might be better than the other, that doesn't necessarily mean I think the team is better than the other team. So that's what I want to point out, is that I do think the Lakers team right now is not as balanced as the Clippers team. And both teams aren't done yet, like I said. So right now, for those of you guys joining, let me pull up the Lakers roster. There's about what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 guys, unless I'm missing anybody. So Quinn Cook, they resigned. Danny Green, LeBron, Kuzma, AD, the starting five. Most likely, unless they resign Rondo. THT, the rookie. KCP, they re-signed. JaVale McGee, they re-signed. Boogie signing just announced now. Jared Dudley, we saw that a few days ago. And then Troy Daniels. Okay, so that's the signings for the Lakers. So again, I'll make a full video on this, but the better duo is LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but the better team necessarily could be the Clippers, okay? Cousins to Lakers. Yeah, Boogie. Look, it's a 1-year deal. They haven't specified. I'm checking right now what the money is, but I don't think it's a lot because the Lakers don't have a lot of cap space. They just spent a lot of it now on Danny Green, on KCP, on McGee. So I'm guessing it's probably a minimum deal, maybe a little bit over that. Who do you see going after Westbrook if he does leave OKC, and how much will that team have to give up to get him? It's hard to say. A lot of people have thrown out the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler there. Those are like the two perfect guys, you know, who are toxic to every teammate that they have, and maybe they're perfect for each other. But as far as teams, besides maybe the Heat, people are talking about the Knicks. Please, Knicks fans, you don't want to do this. Any young and upcoming team like like Bulls, don't do this, okay? Toronto literally rejected Russell Westbrook and Paul George for Pascal Siakam. Okay, they literally rejected that. Adrian Wojnarowski went on ESPN and talked about that. So that should show you Russell Westbrook's market, folks. I've been telling you guys this for years with Russell Westbrook, man. I'm not a fan of him. People call me a hater. His play style is allergic to winning. It's not that he is, but the way he plays is, okay? So to answer the question of what it would take, Paul George is better than Russ Westbrook. So Paul George got about 5 first-round draft picks in his return, along with Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm just going to call him SGA, folks, because pronouncing his name is so annoying. I would probably say a few first-round picks, maybe 2 or 3, and a couple of role players. I think you can get Russ Westbrook for that. But honestly, that might even be too much, because here's the difference between Paul George and Russ Westbrook. Russell Westbrook's contract is disgusting. Go look at his contract. It's CP3 like. So actually, I'm going to basically say 1 or 2 first round picks and role players, because that's how disgusting the contract is. AD isn't a winner. Listen, AD did not have the right team built around him, but his play style is definitely not allergic to winning like it is with Russell Westbrook. So I don't believe that because they didn't have a team around him good enough to win. Are you referring to Russ? Because that is absolutely not true. Russ Westbrook has had more talent around them than a lot of guys can say in this league, okay? Oh, man, their depth sucks. Talking about the Lakers, let me know. I wish Leonard would have stayed put in Toronto. Listen, I wish that too. Toronto fans, how you guys feeling, man? Because, listen, 1 year, it's the best and worst case scenario where he stays for a year, but you get the championship. This is literally the epitome of taking a chance on a guy and him paying it off in this manner. I don't know. It's funny to me. But listen, you have Siakam, who's a young upcoming player, who I do like. But as far as the rest of the roster, I don't know what you do now. Do you trade Kyle Lowry? Do you rebuild, trade Marc Gasol, trade Serge Ibaka? Or do you kind of find a way to retool. I know they just signed Stanley Johnson, so he might be the Kawhi replacement. Obviously, I'm kidding. But yeah, feel sad for Toronto fans. Imagine Westbrook with the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm telling you guys right now, a team that's already a championship contender does not need Russell Westbrook. So I don't wouldn't like that with the Bucks. KD and Kyrie duo, obviously not this year because KD's hurt. Okay, yeah. So let's throw the KD and Kyrie duo in here, and I want everybody to leave their thoughts in the comments here. Would you rather have AD and LeBron, Kawhi and PG, or KD and Kyrie? And to me, again, because of those reasons that I mentioned before. Let me know what you guys think. Look, obviously this year it's not a comparison with KD not being healthy, but when he comes back next year, could possibly be there. Westbrook with the Suns would be solid. That would be such a Suns thing to do for trade for Russell Westbrook. They would not be solid. I'm telling you right now, Russell Westbrook would be toxic for that team. Um, hey, what's good, Joe? Boogie went to the Lakers. Yeah, man. I just talked a little bit about it. I don't mind the signing. Look, like I said, Lakers right now are strapped for salary cap space. They just spent their entire budget, I believe. I'm gonna pull the board up again so you guys can see here. Okay, so this is their team. So right now, with the Boogie signing, that puts them at 11 players. So they're pretty much done here in terms of the money. I do believe they have room exceptions. Uh, Marcus Morris is still out there. I think they need point guard depth, but I like the Boogie signing, and I'm not a DeMarcus Cousins fan. I hate DeMarcus Cousins, but for the price, I mean, it's low risk, high reward. It's a 1 year deal. Westbrook on the Bulls. No, thank you. Told you guys stop asking me that question. How many minutes do you see Cousins playing, barring any injuries? 10 to 15. Backing up, obviously, AD, but they also have McGee. I would probably say 10 to 15 is a pretty good, reasonable, I guess. Westbrook needs to go to the East. Yeah, I think a Heat. If I could pick a team right now where Westbrook would actually be a good fit, I would probably say the Miami Heat alongside Jimmy Butler. Gafford and White looked good yesterday. Gafford looking like a seal. Yeah, I talked about it, man. If you guys watch Summer League, Daniel Gafford, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. He looked absolutely solid. And I've been telling you this. Did I not tell you guys this? I've been tooting my horn a lot today, and I shouldn't do that. But I said the one thing the Bulls do well is draft. They find good talent. I got to give Garn Pax that. And so far, again, one Summer League game. I'm not trying to overreact, but so far, it's looking like these guys know how to play. Daniel Gafford absolutely looks like poor man's Capella. And Kobe White played a good floor game. So I liked what I saw from them. So let me see here. Again, ask me any other questions you guys want, guys. I'm answering questions for a little bit right now. Kyrie and Durant, when Durant is back. Okay, you think KD and Kyrie are the better duo? I guess let's hear the reasoning. I can't really fault you for thinking that. Real Lakers really thought they were getting quiet. Listen, a lot of people thought they were getting quiet. Can I just say one thing here? Chris Broussard, Jalen Rose, Shannon Sharp, a lot of these analysts, I mean, Shannon Sharp doesn't claim to have sources, but Chris Broussard, man, Chris Broussard is getting torn apart on Twitter, man. He said there was a 95% chance that it was. I feel like you should just be better off saying, look, I don't have sources. This is just my thoughts because Chris Broussard looks awful right now. He looks awful. I don't even know how he's going to, come back from this because he said the Clippers were out. Am I tripping? Or did you guys not hear him say that? He said the Clippers were out, okay? And that's the team he goes to. So it's just funny to me. Is Philly the best team in the East now? Yes. They're beast number 51. That is your question. They are the best team in the East. Boston needs one more. Yeah, Boston to me is like the fourth best team in the East right now. Bulls need to hurry up and get rid of Chris Dunn. It could or could not happen. I'm not going to guarantee it. Look, like I said, they could bring him into the season, and they could flip him at the deadline. His value is low right now. There's no rush. They could flip him at the deadline. Exactly. No Westbrook on my Bulls. Yes. No Russ. I'm telling you guys. Play style allergic to winning. Kobe White, though, I like how comfortable he was in Summer League game. He looked good, man. I like the floor game Kobe played. He was a little jittery. A lot of his shots should have fallen. But for the most part, I liked what I saw from Kobe White, so I thought he played pretty well. East is wide open for the Bulls. I mean, I'm not going to say they're going to win the East. It's not that wide open because the Sixers are better, the Bucks are better, the Raptors now you can basically say they're not. Breaking news. Rajon Rondo is signing a 2-year deal with the Lakers. Okay, folks, let's update the whiteboard, shall we? Okay, Rondo to the Lakers, and now I don't have any space. So I'm going to put Rondo as the starter, and then we're going to put Quinn Cook here. So now we've got 12. We've got 12 now. And again, a video coming out breaking down the whole Lakers roster. But here we go. Rajon Rondo, and again, there's a little glare on the screen. I apologize for that. Rajon Rondo, Danny Green, LeBron Kuzma, AD, THT, the rookie, KCP, McGee, Boogie, Dudley, Daniels, and Cook. So pretty good. You've got 2 point guards. You've got 2 shooting guards with Green and KCP. LeBron backup is Jared Dudley, maybe. Kuzma's backup, so you don't have another big Boogie. So you've got 2 centers. I mean, 12 players on the roster, but Marcus Morris would have really helped right now. So, but breaking news: Rajon Rondo back to the Lakers on a 2-year deal. They're not announcing obviously the terms of the deal in terms of money, but obviously it's probably not that much. I'm a Bulls fan. After the Bulls summer league, I really like Shaq Harrison. Kobe White's a great pick. His style play, it's exciting. Yeah, I told you, yes, Kobe was going to be good. And Shaq Harrison, I like Shaq. I just don't know if he's going to secure a roster spot. We signed Archie back, so to me, he plays the same position. Garpack wants to build a team. They won't pick up a player like Russ. You're absolutely right. A Bears in their cave. They're not. Anybody right now that say AD is, I'm not saying he's more of a winner than Westbrook. I think you're getting it mistaken. I'm saying Russell Westbrook's play style is inhibiting winning. Okay, the ball domination, and you can probably say the same thing for James Harden. So maybe it's not just one, but the reason it gets more focused on is because stars keep leaving Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant left Russell Westbrook. Paul George left Russell Westbrook. Those are 2 very, very good players, and it's not normal for stars to leave other stars. Stars, if anything, in this league, in this era, they want to play with other stars. So for that to happen, that tells you they don't believe they can win with those guys. Forget about me telling you. If Kevin Durant and Paul George are telling you themselves they don't want to play with Russell Westbrook because they don't think they can win with him, what does that tell you? That's all I have to say. I think the Bulls could sign anyone else. Probably not. The roster's literally set right now, 15 players, I think. So unless you cut somebody like Felicio, unless you trade Chris Dunn, I don't think the Bulls will do much. The roster's pretty much set. They could sign some 2-way contracts from summer league players, but that's about it. You could tell Chris Broussard was wolfing the whole time. Listen, man, I would not want to be Chris Broussard stepping into the office on Monday. Excuse me. Just got to drink my little coffee over here. I would not want to be Chris Broussard. I come this week, man. He's gonna get torn apart. He's trending on Twitter, folks. He's trending on Twitter. Okay, for how wrong he was, and I like Chris Broussard. I think he's a good. Rondo re-signed 2-year deal. Yep, just talked about that. Bulls of healthy 7th or 8th seed. Have a video coming out on that. So I don't want to give it away. Bulls video coming out probably tomorrow. Yeah. What do you think about Russ in New York? I don't like Russ Westbrook on the Knicks. The Knicks are trying to build a young team. They have pieces now with R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson. I wouldn't want to poison that roster by bringing in Russ Westbrook, who's toxic. And listen, I'm not saying Russell Westbrook's the only toxic player in the NBA. Jimmy Butler's toxic. It's true, but Jimmy Butler was like a third wheel in Philly, so it kind of worked a little bit with Russ Westbrook, except being like a third wheel somewhere or like a second wheel. I don't know. I don't like Archie Diacono. Yeah, listen, Archie is going to be a third string point guard. He's not going to play a lot of minutes. So real quick, just to go back to the Lakers, talking about now this video. It's going to compare the Lakers and Clippers roster. I just don't know if the Lakers are done right now. I think they still have room exception. So I kind of wanted to wait until the full roster was set. But let's see. Clippers, to me, right now, if you were to ask me who's the best team in the Western Conference. So leave in the comments below who you guys think right now, who's the best team in the Western Conference. Vegas says it's the Clippers. The odds came out. Clippers are the title favorites. I think not just in the West, but the entire NBA. Here's what I'm going to say. I think it's Clippers, Lakers, 1A, 1B. Okay? Cop out, right? But listen, wait till the full rosters are set. Lakers, Clippers, 1A, 1B, and then Jazz, then probably the Nuggets, then the Rockets, then the Blazers, then the Warriors, and then Spurs, Pelicans, Kings, etc. But the one team that could prove to be better than both the Lakers and the Clippers to me are still the Utah Jazz, who I said before once free agency started, and I could stick by it. Listen, the Jazz traded for Mike Conley. They added Jeff Green. They added Emmanuel Mudiay, a lot of depth on that roster. Excuse me. They added Bogdanovich. The Jazz are good, okay, and they're going to be very good. And to me, let's see what happens. But Lakers and Clippers, 1A, 1B. Jazz are right there as well. And then right after that, fourth, Nuggets, fifth, Rockets, sixth, Blazers, seventh, Warriors, eighth, Spurs in the ninth spot. Maybe the Pelicans, Kings are around there. Boogie Cousins, a Laker now. Yep, just talked about it. Donnell, you saying Jazz. Yeah, listen, I told you, I think the Jazz absolutely could still be the best team. Listen, we've seen this before. Just because you get stars does not mean you're a guaranteed lock to be the best team. We've seen it fail. I really want to see LaVine and Laurie make that leap to an all-star this year. That's the expectation, folks. If they do that, the Bulls are obviously going to be good to go. I have a Bulls video coming out where I think they'll finish in the East. That should be up tomorrow. No way Rockets top 5. Why? Who'd you take out? Clippers, Rock. So let's assume Clippers, Lakers, Jazz for sure top 3, right? I'm putting Nuggets there. And then who'd you replace in the 5th? All right. I have the Rockets there, but are you putting the Blazers there? Are you putting the Warriors there? Thunder are out. Are you putting the Spurs there? So I don't know. Who are you putting there, Devin? I think the Lakers might not make the playoffs. You're crazy, okay? In the words of Stephen A. Smith, you're smoking something, okay? Do you think there'll be any more surprises, trades, signings this offseason? Good question, Sammy. Russell Westbrook. We just got the notification from Russell Westbrook before the season starts. So I think that is a one big domino that could occur. But for the most part, all of the big free agents are signed. I don't think there's going to be any other trades besides that. So Russell Westbrook would be the one other sort of big, huge signing or trade that could happen. Bulls should trade for Russ. Maybe give Wendell Don 2, 3. No, just no, please. I don't want Russell Westbrook. Please, Bulls fans, I don't want Russell Westbrook. He's not as good as people think. Warriors. Okay, I have the Warriors as 7 seed, Devin. But look, no play for the entire year, possibly. Certainly the first 5 to 7 months. So Steph, D'Lo, and Draymond. I mean, no Iggy either. So, by the way, speaking of the Lakers roster, real quick, Iguodala's still out there. Kyle Korver's still out there. J.R. Smith's still out there. Carmelo Anthony's still out there. Would you guys want to sign any of those players if you're the Lakers? I absolutely would sign Iggy, but Memphis said they wouldn't want to waive him. They're trying to trade him. Also, Avery Bradley got waived. So Lakers have him as an option too. So I would look to sign Avery Bradley. I would look to sign Iguodala, or if there's a trade, I don't know what they would trade. Absolutely sign Kyle Korver. And Dwight Howard's still there too. I didn't even forget about Dwight Howard. Man, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. What do you do if you're the Lakers right now? Do you get Dwight Howard too? That's interesting. I wonder where Dwight Howard ends up. I haven't even thought about that. Wow. Okay, bro. Russell Westbrook would make us top 3 teams in the East instantly. No, we would not be better than the Sixers. We wouldn't be better than the Bucks. We would not be better than the Celtics. Russell Westbrook, with the way he plays, does not exhibit winning. That's the nicest way I can put it. On a Bulls roster where we're trying to develop guys, he would ruin our chemistry. He would take the ball away from Laurie and Zach LaVine, which is the exact opposite of what we want to do. And he's got the worst contract in the NBA next to Chris Paul and John Wall. That's all I'm going to say. I would like Iggy and Melo, honestly. Listen, Iggy for sure, but Melo, man, Would you guys rather have the Lakers sign Melo or Dwight? Who's got more left? That's an interesting question. I wouldn't mind either for the minimum. I really wouldn't. It's interesting. Okay. So real quick before I get off here, a couple of videos coming out. I'll do the Bulls seeding of where they'll end up next year in the East. So I'll do an East as well. I'll compare the Lakers and Clippers. I'll compare the better duos. Um, so yeah, a lot of videos coming out, but I want to wait till all these rosters get finished. So let's see what happens there. I'm so glad the NBA is becoming more even up. Yo, John, thank you for bringing that up. That was another thing I wanted to talk about. So this is the best part about Kawhi not signing with the Lakers, because I don't want to be a hypocrite. If Kawhi Leonard had signed with the Lakers, I would have came on in here and I said, listen, I didn't like it when KD signed with the Warriors. I'm not going to like it when Kawhi Leonard signs with Clippers and the super teams form. Now we see a balanced NBA, folks, and it is a two-star sport now with all of the two-star duos that we have in the league, and it's fantastic. I love it. The NBA is going to be exciting as heck to watch. I can't even wait till next season. I'm so pumped. Okay, so John, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to talk about that. I heard the Bulls are setting up to sign Giannis in 2021. Yeah, the Bulls and 29 other teams. As far as any truth to that statement, in all seriousness, I have to go back and look at the Bulls cap situation. But absolutely every team would try. He's the biggest prize in 2021, but I don't see him leaving the Bucks. That's just me. Melo is a has-been. He has. That's why I said it's a bunch of has-beens. Dwight, Melo, it's a bunch of has-beens. Wizards should trade Russ for Wall. Sounds even. Yeah, that's a good point. That might not be a bad trade either. So two teams now, Wizards and the Heat. So let's see what happens there. I also want to do another Q&A, folks. So maybe I'll do a Q&A. Maybe you guys can submit me questions. Would you guys want me to do a Q&A? We could just do it like how I do my lives, but I'll do another one. I'll do another live soon. Let me know if you guys enjoy these. With obviously so much to talk about, but more videos coming out soon. Should we look at Avery Bradley? Are you talking about the Bulls or the Lakers? Lakers absolutely should. I don't know about the Bulls. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I will definitely hop on for more lives. But so much exciting things to talk about. So much that has happened, and so much that will continue to happen. Thank you for supporting the channel. And please, man, if you guys have not followed me on Twitter and Instagram, do so right now. I post and tweet a lot. That's the best way to reach out to me. A lot of you guys have reached out to me on there, and I love it. So if I don't reply in the comments, it's better to reach out to me on social media, because it's easier for me to see that because of so many comments and stuff. So really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon.